Doesn't want to give way to Anthony Nunn. Mark Page to punt. Back deep for Fresno State is Stephen Baker. Baker at the 45, 40. Look at him go. 30. And he's picked up at the 27. Stephen Baker, who was third in the nation last year in punt returns, almost broke it off. Sweeney wants to throw, may run it in. Kevin Sweeney is knocked down at the touchdown. Looked like his knee might have touched at the one, and clearly Rob Pouliot, the strong safety, thought he had him, but the official said, his forward motion carried him over the goal line. Touchdown, Kevin Sweeney from 4 yards out on the rollout.
And there's the roll. He's looking for someone all the way, but right now he's already discounted the fact that he might be able to run it in. There's the hit by Ken Lang, who bounces him some, but Sweeney manages to stay on his feet.
Now to 85 degrees, so it's cooled off in the last half hour or so. Sweeney will put it up in the air, and he's going to go long, and he's going to go deep for James Williams, the receiver. Tyler Winter made the catch. There are two James Williams this season for Fresno State, the running back and the receiver, and you just saw the receiver. He is a freshman from Coalinga, and Jim Sweeney says he can run a 4.4.40, and that's on grass, which translates to about a 4.2 on a track.
A 46-yard completion that time, and Jim Sweeney is really high on this young man.
32-yard line, a 42-yard field goal attempt by Belli. That should easily be within his range. Strong foot, and it is good. 42-yard field goal by the junior from Bakersfield, Barry Belli.
Style as we look at head coach Jim Sweeney there.
It's 2nd and 2 for the Bulldogs. This is Mosley. He's got a first down and then some. He may have a touchdown. It is Williams, 10-5, touchdown, James Williams. James Williams exploding for 35 yards and a touchdown.
Let's take a look at it again. A little misdirection there. He does a counter step to the left, goes to the right, and now you're going to see him reverse his field there as he breaks through the line of scrimmage, going all the way back to his left. Ran for over 1,000 yards last year. I mentioned earlier, the first running back in Fresno State to do it in 33 years.
James Williams had 13 touchdowns for the Dogs last season. Gets his first one of 1986. The extra point by Barry Belli. And it's now 17-0 Fresno State. We are still in the first quarter. Under 5 minutes left in the first period. Davis is yanked out to the side. The give is to Toby Petty, and he picks up a couple of yards. John Carippo, the nose guard, who is filling in for Mark Olson, made the tackle. Carippo is one of those guys you like to talk about in college football. He is a nose guard. You generally expect a nose guard to be 6'2", 240 or thereabouts. Carippo checks in at 5 feet 7 inches tall, 175 pounds. He is number 65. We're looking at O'Leary right now. Maybe we can zero in and see how Carippo does on this play. Look at him. Kelly just did get the pass away to Petty, but the reason that penalty marker is dropped, the reason that play didn't net more, Bradley was under such pressure from John Carippo.
The guy you were talking about, and there he was. Not a very big guy, but obviously very quick on his feet. Let's look at him there right in the middle of your screen. You see him weaving by tacklers, putting pressure on Bradley, who has to just unload it. Gets it out there in the flat for a short gain that time.
Minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Mike Bowman and Don Perkins with you. Bradley trying to escape. Can't get away this time. Greg Ramsey slowed him up. Then he was polished off by Jethro Franklin.
Good defensive pressure that time by the defensive line. There's Franklin, number 67, going out.
Baker is in the slot. 2nd down and 10. First play of the second quarter. Kevin going long and deep for Smith. He has it. Brock Smith out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Brock Smith a junior speedster from St. Louis, Missouri, and Dave Arnold of Montana State must be saying, where do they get all of these sprinters from the track team?
They got them out there by the dozens. And this is a great pass by Sweeney. He's dropping back there, not pressured at all. Leads right over the defender, right into Brock.
Mike Withicum and Jeff Truchell, the tackles. Mike Chulensiv, Paul Portese, the guards, Brian Holland, the center. Here's the reverse, Stephen Baker at the 10, the 5, Stephen Baker, touchdown, Fresno State.
Boy, if he isn't something.
They don't call him the touchdown maker for nothing. I call him Mr. Spectacular.
Senior.
From Los Angeles, Hamilton High School out of West Los Angeles Junior College.
5'9", 172 pounds, and he can fly. Good moves, good body control, using his blockers there, keeping his balance, and in for the score.
The quickest player in Fresno State football history. 14-yard touchdown romp by Stephen Baker on the reverse. Belli to kick the extra point out of the hold of John Swinning. And it is good. And the score mounts here at Fresno. It's now 24-0 Bulldogs.
Got to play her.
Kelly Skipper. This is his first carry, and it might be a big one. To the 50. Kelly Skipper sidesteps his way to the 41 of Montana State. There he is. The Mighty Mite. Kelly Skipper. A sophomore from Eugene, Oregon, just got loose on a 25-yard ramble around the left side.
Good quick feet. Ran for 470 yards last year as a freshman. Looks like he's going to be okay this year as a sophomore. I understand his father's the offensive backfield coach for the New Orleans Saints in the National Football League.
That's absolutely right, Don Perkins. He also Kelly Davis. 3rd and 2. Bradley will put it up if he can. And he does, and it is intercepted. Jay Wilkerson for Fresno State. Wilkerson at the 30, 35, Wilkerson 40, 45. Whoops, what kind of a move was that? He almost lost his balance and bent over backwards. I've seen a lot of dance steps in my time, but not one quite like that. Put on by Jay Wilkerson.
Well, it was a nice interception.
A 224-pound junior from Costa Mesa. And that was some return by Wilkerson, 20 yards.
Kelly Bradley looking at it from the ground level and trying to get it to Eric Miller. And there goes Wilkerson, the linebacker. He's going to put down his moves and show him that he can do everything that
now,
Stephen Baker
watch this move over here. Whoops.
Well, it takes a little coordination to do that.
Yes, we'll have to call him Twinkle Toes. Twinkle Toes Wilkerson. It's in the press book. It's a little difficult, isn't it, to hide that. 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Sweeney across the middle, and a great grab made by Ron Jenkins, and a penalty marker is dropped. Jenkins is a junior from Los Angeles Manual Arts High School out of East Los Angeles Junior College.
Okay, it's right on the mark. Derek Abel there is the defender for Montana State. Let's see what the infraction is. Nice reception there. It's clean all the way. Sure, it's defensive pass interference, but they'll take the ball.
His career. He went out about 1 quarter against Utah State. That's all. He's been very durable. Here is a touchdown for James Williams, who I think could have skipped in. The hole opened up on the right side of that offensive line. I'm talking about Brian Fowland, Paul Portese, and Jeff Skidmore. Great blocking up front, making it easy for James Williams.
Offensive line, that was a question mark, doing the job there, controlling the line of scrimmage. Let's watch Williams there if we can see him all the way through. Okay, he did a little crisscross number there at the end. I don't know if it's a prayer or what it is, Mike, but he does a little...
We were discussing the injury factor to Gibbon Sweeney. His greatest injury came, guess what? In high school, in baseball. He was hit by a baseball bat.
But being such a good quarterback, I still would hate to see him take those links.
Barry Belli kicks the extra point, and the Bulldogs have a 31-0 lead over Montana State. But he plays on the special teams as well, utilizing that speed on defense as well as offense.
I'm looking at the Bulldog there. He seems to be, yeah, he's into it.
I wonder if he can bark 31 times. 2 wide receivers to the left side as Bradley pulls back. Heavy pressure. Bradley goes down. The pressure applied by Mike Walker. from Richmond, California, the 24-year-old senior. Walker put the pressure, and Jethro Franklin put Bradley down. And that's the end of the first half. A very productive first half indeed for Fresno State. The Bulldogs 31 and the Bobcats of Montana State nothing. Ruling by new athletic director Gary Cunningham. And Jethro Franklin pulls down the quarterback, Kelly Bradley. Actually, the scheduling was done, of course, by Jack Lingle, the athletic director who preceded Gary. Jack Lingle is now the athletic director at Missouri.
Bradley had a lot of heat put on him in the first half. Things are not getting any better the second half. Number 90, Mike Walker's been doing a lot of it, but this time it was Jethro Franklin.
Mosley and Williams are the running backs. Here's the pitch to James Williams, 40. He's at the 50, a foot race. Williams is brought down at the 32. James Williams, a run of 32 yards.
And what a back he's been for Jim Sweeney here at Florida State University.
Good blocking there.
Look at him break the tackles there. You're going to see him pull away from another tackle in just a minute. There, somebody has him, and he steps right out of it before Tyler Winner, number 9, is finally taking him out of bounds there.
Kimball made first contact, but he really punished Kimball. And percent of his passes, 54%, 85, 60%. A field goal by Barry Belli from the 44-yard line. It is good. A 54-yard field goal by Belli. That's very close to the school record of 55 yards set by Barry Belli against New Mexico State last year in Las Cruces.
Right.
Closing minutes of the third quarter. Bradley. He has time. Now he does it. Jethro Franklin puts him down at the 15. He did have time to release that pass. He held it 1 second too long. And Big Jethro made a believer out of him as he dumped him at the 15.
Looked like Bradley had a little time. You're going to look at it, drop him back there. Now he thinks he has time, but there's a Franklin with a full head of steam going right after him, and Bradley did not have time to react or recover.
Kevin Sweeney going long and deep for Stephen Baker. Baker has the ball. It's going to be a touchdown. A 90-yard touchdown. Kevin Sweeney to Stephen Baker.
Incredible, and I think Baker was interfered with. I think Derek Abel really made contact with him down there. Baker was able to keep his balance low, but I think Abel pushed him. Great throw that time by Sweeney, and just great running that time by Kevin Baker. 5'9", 172 pounds. Watching Scott, you're going to see, right? Well, maybe he didn't bump him. I thought he did on the live show, but anyway, Stephen Baker, an 80-yard TD catch.
Barry Belli in to kick the extra point out of the hold of John Swinning, a backup quarterback. Dugan to make the snap. Belli makes it perfect. And it's now 41-0 Fresno State, 1:55 left in the third quarter. Here is Kelly Bradley. He's going to go long and deep if he can. Penalty marker as he's throwing to Davis. And who comes up with the ball? Rod Webster. And a penalty marker is dropped. Davis is rolling around in the end zone. He was hurt as he tried to get that long throw from Kelly Bradley.
Okay, there's Bradley with a rocket launcher. And there you see number 18, Davis, going up in the air. And he's got a little pressure there from Thomas Ireland.
And Rod Webster happened to be in the
out with the ball.
Right spot at the right time.
You're the captain? Okay, well, take him 15 yards and launch it down back there, or your ball here.
We want the ball.
You probably heard that little exchange there between Greg Ramsey, one of the captains tonight for Fresno State, and the referee. We want the ball. So it was an interference ruling against number 18 of Montana State, Kelly Davis. Beavers have won 3 straight up to that point. Yeah, the play had been blown dead back at the 40. The new quarterback for Montana State is Kelly Sherwin. He's been charting those plays over there on the clipboard, but now it's a little different being on the sidelines and out there facing the fire. The rest of the Fresno State schedule following this punt by Mark Page. Stephen Baker awaiting the punt. Baker has the ball at the 16. Looking for a lane. Goes to the outside. Look out. 40. 50. It's all over, folks. A foot race. Nobody is going to win this except Stephen Baker. The touchdown. Baker does it again. Returning a punt of 44 by Page. 84 yards, Stephen Baker.
Stephen Baker, the touchdown maker.
The little guy is simply amazing.
Good wall set up that time, too, by the Fresno State team on that return. They had a wall set up, and number 7, Mark Page, the kicker, was the only guy that really had a shot at
him. And he didn't.
And Baker put such a move on him, it was no contest.
Baker could spot him 15 yards and beat him in the 100-yard dash.
Well,
maybe the 60.
Yeah.
Here's Belli on the extra point attempt. It's now 48-2, Fresno State. Second down, 25. Sweeney will unload this time. Brock Smith, he's got it.
He's got it.
Touchdown, Fresno State. Brock Smith stepped right in front of Derek Abel and made that grab.
Mike, the incredible thing about that is there's a flag out there on the field, so this one probably is going to be brought back too, but all of the Montana State defensive backs are playing 10 to 12 yards deep and retreating on the snap of the ball. Take a look at it again. Kevin Sweet, he just put everything he had on this one. Number 2, Brock Smith, you're going to see him right there go in on number 1. Derek Abel comes up with the catch, goes in for it, and evidently the penalty was against Montana State.
That touchdown will hold up a 60-yard touchdown throw from Kevin Sweeney to Brock Smith. James Williams has rushed for over 100 yards. And the beat goes on and on. It's Sean Shahan. Down he goes at the 15, nailed by Mike Walker. And the Rangers, who still hope some way, somehow, to overtake the California Angels. And that's going to take some doing now. Oh. It is Kelly Skipper. Kelly Skipper to the 24. Skipper has been quiet tonight, but the Bulldogs haven't needed Kelly Skipper.
Haven't really needed him, no. Great blocking that time by all the red shirts there for Fresno State. Clock, and they're about to score again. Bob Riley made the stop. You're looking at the time there.
Ron Sims has never scored a touchdown for Fresno State, and I know that man would like to see Sims get in the end zone. 5 seconds left. It's Sims. Did he make it? No signal yet. Apparently he did not. And time will run out. Clock shows the game is all over. And I don't see any penalty flags, so the game is over. And Sims didn't score, but that's about the only disappointment for Jim Sweeney tonight. Fresno State 55, Montana State 2. We'll be back with some comments from the head man at FSU.